Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the flip through for the what I was calling my Eclectic journal. And the reason why I'm calling it Eclectic is every time I say it I think that's negative, but it's not negative at all. It is a variety of different styles, colors, likes, loves, all of those themes all thrown into one journal. So this is the journal that I was making for my friend. I've mentioned it as I've done a couple of little bits of ephemera, but I am currently on a little hiatus or a slowdown in my crafting world as I try to catch up with all the things that are going on in my life right now, which are, it's just too much, you guys. I am sure that you get it. I lost my mom at the end of April. I lost my sister to suicide right after the 4th of July. So, I mean, we're not even a month out. 3 weeks. And so, even though I've been tending to that as I've been moving along, I've kept with my normal pace. And what I found is that I really burned out. Like I had to stop. So I stopped. But I did take the day yesterday to finish this journal just off camera. I was listening to an audio book, and I just absolutely had a blast finishing this off. So let me show her to you. So she has 3 signatures and a 3-inch spine. I was bummed that this is crooked now, so I don't know. Maybe it's not, but I think it is. You can see it's crooked there, but you know what? Imperfection is just part of the game. So that's the front cover. I was trying to find something a little bit simpler and not too bulky for my friend, so that she doesn't have to kind of fuss with a heavier cover or a cover that has a lot of added embellishment and thickness to it. So I've got these little corners here that I just think are so adorable. And this teal, because I've got these teal butterflies in my fabric, and so I thought, wow, it would be perfect to go ahead and pull that color out a little bit without overemphasizing it, because as you can see, there's not a lot of teal in this. You'll see through the journal there is. So that is the top, and those are all of the seam binding ribbons that we have coming off of tags and such inside of the journal. And as you can see, I did the lace on, I think I did it on 3 pages in every signature, so that's why it looks so fluffy and wonderful. I'm hoping that she likes it. It's always nerve-wracking, you know, and to do that and not know if the person's really going to love what you did. So I'm hoping that she will. So let me show you the charms. These are the charms. And so there's two strings on each signature, obviously. And this is actually a charm. Oh, having a hard time showing you. A charm from my personal stash. I used to have a necklace that I wore that had all kinds of charms on it that were very meaningful to me in my journey as I was going through my healing journey. So I thought I would pass that on to her. It says Hope Chest. So and then the back is just this simple image, because again, I wanted to make sure that when she lays it down, it's not it doesn't have a lot of bulk on the back. Now, it's chunky, but as you can see, it is not a gator mouth at all. Like, I still have room. Look at that. I was so proud of myself. And it's pretty full. It's not probably as full as some of my other journals, but I think it's still pretty stinking full. So let's untie it. So I ran this seam binding underneath my little cover topper. So what I did is I just took a piece of chipboard, I covered it with some coffee dyed scrapbook paper that was a wood grain, and then I just built everything. This is a vintage lace that a doily rather, that I just put in each corner and then trimmed it off and tucked some of it under and such. So let's get going here. So this is, and what I love about the way that I do journals is you see how that flops like that, and I say this in every flip through because I really like that effect, and it's because I have a space in between each the front and the back and the actual spine. So there's a good, probably 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit less, and then there's the space in between each signature. So it allows the journal to be kind of floppy, which I really love. And so we've got this like cascading lace look, and I'm hoping that she'll love the lace. I'm hoping. So I'm not going to talk about everything because it would take me forever and a day, but Wildflowers was something that she said that she liked, so I had these images. These are from Rockwell Design Crafts, and I'm going to try my hardest to link all the kits I used. If I missed something, please just let me know. And I am slow at getting back to messages right now because I am on a little bit of a hiatus. So there we go. And then we've got Turtle, Sea Turtle. She likes those. So this is a PNG file I actually purchased, but then in the midst of starting the journal and then completing it, I just now figured out the silhouette. My friend came over not long ago and she helped me troubleshoot through that. So now I can do my fussy cutting. It's going to be epic. So this would have been awesome fussy cut, but it is what it is. So I printed it on a piece of cream color, ivory colored parchment paper, so it's got that texture to it. A little fairy stamp here. She wanted a little bit of fairy stuff, just like the fun, more childlike kinds of things was my impression of what she said. So music is another thing that she really loves. I think that page might be upside down. I'm not sure. I don't know. Music was some musical notes, and music was something that she asked for. And this is just a pocket, a corner pocket. I didn't put anything in there because I wanted to leave her some space to put things in as well. This is just from my stash. It was from a master board that I did some time ago. I didn't decorate everything because I didn't want to go overboard. I did all of my tabs. I did them either with the circles or with that other funny shape, which I'll show you here in a second. And if you've been watching me, you'll know which punch I'm talking about. And then I just put an eyelet in these. So I won't talk about every one of them. Again, it'll take me forever, but I got a lot of these in the journal. This is a vellum. This is that page printed on vellum. We've got a hummingbird, and I just loved the colors in this hummingbird. It just, I really was prayerful as I was picking things for her because I wanted it to be something that as she explores it, it has meaning, and it has, I'm not sure what the word is that I'm looking for, but I guess meaning and depth and a personal touch that I'm hoping that she's going to be able to kind of absorb a little bit. So, and this is just a flower, botanical. And then we did this on camera. This was our little, it's a tag with a pocket, and I did make it a tuck, so it's open. It's just glued on these two sides, and then we've got our little dangle, and then we've got a little card that comes out here. So it was really fun to make, and I apologize I could not take you along for more of this, but again, hiatus, so moving slow. Get that in there. She also likes pink roses and white roses, so I did introduce a lot of those in it. I love this, and I like this because she can still journal in these open spaces if she so chose. And then she's got the back. Oh no, I guess I put pocket on the back with some of the fairy stuff, but she could actually journal on here. I will be sending her a personal note when I send the journal and let her know that if she runs into any bulky parts in it, she can just take the ephemera out and it'll help the journal to lay flatter or put a board or something in it. It is tricky to write in a journal that is like this. I hope that it's still something that she'll treasure as time goes on. So I mean, I would totally journal in it. You would just have to kind of prop this up, and you could totally, this is flat. There's not a whole lot underneath it. It's just that it's tricky to hold up. And I wanted it to be 3 signatures because of the purpose for which I was making it. So I wanted it to have everything that she likes and asked for. She did not ask for it. Pardon me, she did not ask for it. I offered to make her a journal, and after deep consideration, she accepted my invitation. And so then I asked her what kinds of things she liked and what kinds of things she wanted me to avoid or add. And so she gave me her likes and dislikes, and that's how I came up with what I added to the journal. So this is I believe this is just digital coffee dyed paper. This is a kit. This is from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I love this. I'm hoping that she'll be okay with it. She likes green, but only if it's, she was a little specific about like sea green, like oceany kind of green, but looking for like kind of botanicals or wildflowers, it's hard to get away from these colors. So I'm hoping that she'll still like it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms myself, but I think everything else is pretty. She likes purple too. Purple's one of her favorite colors. This is the other die that I was, or not a die, a punch I was talking about. I often use these as well for tabs in journals. So, and then I like to use a seam binding that kind of coordinates with the paper, especially in a journal like this that's multicolored. And then we've got, this is from Angela Kerr Designs. It's a brand new digital that she put out. That's The Secret Garden. So it's got script from the Secret Garden books. And then she's done this little digital on the front of it. I just think it's precious. And then this is another thing she liked. She wanted things with clocks, lampposts, and things like that. So I was able to get a kit. Thankfully, kits are not expensive. So I was able to go out and just get, if I didn't have something in my stash, in my digital files, I just went and purchased, and I didn't really spend that much money at all. So just a little booklet, and then with a little Velcro closure there. Our little dragon girl, you guys saw that in the fairy journal. I just can't get enough of it. This, I pulled out a basket of old ephemera, not old, but like ephemera that I just, when I do a mass make or crash or trash or something like that, I made hidden paper clips, I made clusters, and of all different kinds of styles and colors. And so I had made this with the flower fairies, and this was the digital flower fairies that I've talked to you about before. They are no longer available because the seller was not supposed to be selling them because they are under copyright. But because I am giving this journal away, I am not selling it. I went ahead and used, I had 3 of these in my stash, 3 different fairies, and I used them, and I just did a little side tuck with some little flower cards and such. So I figured that was a good way to get those out there in the universe. And she's really cute, and it's just a little cluster there. On the other side of that rose, and then this is my own coffee dyed mixed media paper, and this is the original. So, and then another one that's his original as well. You can still feel the texture from the gold. This is a hidden paper clip that I also made quite some time ago, probably when I first started doing paper clips, and got it in my stash, and it had the pink rose, so I thought, perfect. And then I did it when I made it. I put stuff on upside down, so that's why it's coming from the bottom up, but that works as well because it's just another kind of tuck. So there we go. And so we've got some roses here as well, her little white roses. I thought that was a good way to get those introduced. So writing space, and I'll also let her know vellum can be written on, but it has to be written on with a permanent pen, like a permanent, I can't think of them off the top of my head what they're called. A Pitt pen. No, Faber-Castell Pitt artist pen. Those will work. I've tested it. And well, I didn't put a little, I'm going to probably have to go back and put an eyelet there. I missed one. But this is from a music digital, which you'll see here in a little bit. More of that. So I made a little tab with that as well. This, I did a video on this. This was a Global Land die that was this music themed. It is a pocket. I did not put anything in the pocket. I figure she can do that. This is a heart that I made following Shayna over at Shinoki Art, and she did this video where she just tossed a bunch of scraps into a bucket, and she splattered and sprayed and put all these things in, mixed it up, stirred it like mulligan stew, and then you take those pieces out and you just do layers and layers and layers, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So everything you see here on this heart is a part of that paper. Look at that. That's just tossed paper. I think I'm going to do it again because I just loved how it turned out. So I cut some hearts out of I think I did it twice, and I went ahead and did some hearts with it, with this little scruffy little tab, some buttons, and happy girl. that was fun. So I did introduce another one of those, I think, in another signature. So here's our another sea turtle, and obviously the head is on the other side as the papers are folded in half. More wildflowers, and then the wildflower on the back there, and some pink roses on this. This kit, I'll be sure to link this. This kit was huge, and it had so much variety, so many different colors, so many, just color schemes and layouts. Absolutely gorgeous papers, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. In fact, did I show you what was up here? This is from that kit. And then these cards are also from the same kit. I mean, look at the difference in the images, but they are in one kit. I think it's amazing. So this is a pocket. It's a gusseted pocket. It's not super wide, but it is wider than it would be if it was flat. And I just thought that was a perfect way to put something in the front cover. There's also one in the back. So again, here, let's go. More from this kind of vintagey kit. And this, just a tuck. The other part of the turtle. This is also an original from my own coffee dyed mixed media paper. If you want to check out that video, I will link it below and over on my blog, etc. And you guys can check it out. This is an old piece that I made, and I thought it was perfect for this journal. So it's a window card here, and I just made it into a pocket, so it's glued on two sides. And then this was a tag just in my stash, and I thought, how perfect. And then when you slide this fence in behind it, it's like absolutely they're made for each other. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I love that. And then Winnie the Pooh, she's a Winnie the Pooh fan as well. And then I made this is a hidden paper clip using the tabs from the kit. This Winnie the Pooh is from my porch prints. And so I printed this image on vellum. I thought it was just a fun little thing to have in here. So she can do what she wants with that. So, and then we did this one on camera. I'm not going to open it, but it's got cards and everything in each of these pockets, and brilliant idea. Because my brain is fried, I can't remember where I saw it, but I'll try to remember to link that video as well. It's a fairly recent video on my channel, and I do give credit to the person who the channel that I saw it on. So there we go. And then this is from a musical instrument kit, and they are PNG files again because I couldn't get my cutter to work. I had to just use them as I could, and so I printed this one on some coffee dyed. This is coffee dyed not parchment. That linen paper. It's just a little bit coffee dyed, so I just did that. And then more of that that imagery, which I think is really beautiful. With the pink roses and such. And then this is an element that's from this kit, so I thought it was perfect there. Nice writing space for her. A piano there. And then I pulled in this hydrangea kit. This is also from Rockwell Design Crafts, I believe, but I will link her. I used to do some design team projects for her, and she's creating some amazing digitals. She's constantly working on it, and she did this one, and then she did some birds and the wildflowers, the ones that I just showed you at the beginning. So we've got some beautiful. These are from my porch prints, the purple kit. Again, one of her colors is purple, so I thought that was just perfect. And then another music page. So again, I will do my best to link everything. And this is that big centerfold that we did on camera. I'm not going to pull everything out, but there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and then this is a tag holder. It's a pocket with a slim tag in it. So I thought that was really fun for this journal as well. And then some more of the sea turtles. I just used one of the little tiny tabs and then one of the tinier elements to just close this piece of paper for her to have a writing space. The other half of the piano. And then another one of those images from the musical images PNG file kit. And then a couple of tags. I did buy a couple of kits. Again, very inexpensive, and you can use them, you know, forever and ever. You just keep printing them. It's wonderful. So I never feel bad when I buy digitals for a special project, even if it's for something like this. It's a gift for someone, because the return on that investment is like, it feels like it's eternal. So, and I love to be able to go out and look for exactly what the person is liking. So, another bit of stuff from that same kit, this more Victorian kind of look. With that same image. And then she also liked benches, so park benches, so I got that in there. And then the lamp post, so I thought that was so cool. She also likes twinkle lights, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to do that, so I had to just let that go. So there we go. We've got a belly band, and then the other half of the guitar, writing space. More Winnie the Pooh. You can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. And this is not a message to my friend. She is she's homebound for health reasons, and so I thought, you know, for me, when I was reading it, I was thinking this is the way we reach out to her. This is the way that she reaches out to me via social media. But, you know, whether you're figuratively, you know, coming out of your corner and going to another person, you are meeting a human to human, and you are having an impact. And so I want to make sure I preface that, so when she watches the flip through after she receives the journal, she doesn't think I'm talking about her. So we are each responsible to come out of our corners in whatever way we can, and be with people in whatever form that looks like for you. And that is just my personal opinion. So again, within balance, because you know what, I'm on hiatus. Maybe I do too much of that. I don't know. Another one of the fairy clusters, and then this. I don't feel very much like Pooh today, said Pooh. There, said Piglet. I'll bring you tea and honey until you do. Isn't that what a friend does? So sweet. And then another tabby. And then the other side of that mixed media paper, I don't know if you can see this from the picture, from the video. Let me hold it up. But you can see that texture. This is the real live deal. That's the original. And it really worked in this journal, whereas another journal, this would be really bold, but it worked really well with the turtles and stuff. So this is the other one of those large tags with the pocket and such that is on the channel. And I just stuck a piece of paper back here. And I did have, originally I had this dangle on here, right here, but it was bulking up the journal too much, so I moved it. And I don't know why this is all bent up. That edge is kind of stressed out. I'm not sure why. I'll have to make sure I'm not tying anything too tight. I think I need to glue this down a little bit more. Oh, it's not even glued down on that edge. But I think it's probably catching. So anyway, my problem, not yours. There's that image again of the clock. Didn't realize I used it so repetitively. So another one of our little fairies and writing space. Writing space. This is a copy of one of my mixed media digitals. And then a Winnie the Pooh tabby. And then our Winnie the Pooh. This is our accordion thing. Again, you can see that on the channel. This was my prototype. I made another one on the channel, and I talked about it in the video how all of these, because it opened on the other side than what I expected, all of the ephemera is upside down. So I just decided to leave it. She's not going to care, and why would I just stick it in a drawer? You know, that would be silly. So I just went ahead and put it back in. I couldn't, for whatever reason, get the small one in there. I don't know what happened, but another Pooh page. A bear, however hard he tries, grows tubby without exercise. Isn't that the truth? We just came back from a little mini vacation with our local grandkids and kids, and we walked and climbed so much. Like, oh my gosh, like I broke all my records for steps in a day and miles walked and activity levels and everything. And then when we got back the next day, my husband and I went on our own little hike, just him and I, which was really lovely and very, very difficult. So I'm feeling this, like I'm now in this mode of like, I'm ready to be active. I need to be active. So I sit in here in the studio a lot, and that's not good for my body. So so here we go. And if anyone knows anything about anything, said Bear to himself, it's Owl who knows something about something, he said. Or my name's not Winnie the Pooh, he said, which it is, he added. So there you are. Because although eating honey was a very good thing to do, there was a moment just before you began to eat it, which was better than when you were. But he didn't know what it was called. Oh my gosh. And Eeyore, she specifically named Eeyore, so she said Eeyore and friends, so we both like Winnie the Pooh, so that was fun. And then let's get going on. Some more music themed stuff, more music. I don't remember where I got this digital. I'm probably not going to be able to link it because I don't remember, but I just printed it on 20-pound paper. Oh, this is from G. Kerr. And I just distressed it, inked it up, and just put it in here for a writing space. And then we've got, and I don't know, she didn't ask for maps, but there was something, I just felt like I was supposed to put some map stuff in here. And I'm not sure what that was about, and I don't want to suppose what that's about, but I had to do it. So I did a pocket with a map, with maps, and then I did a couple of little cards here too. So she is a believer as I am, so you know, it might have just been a God thing, and that will be revealed to her as she talks with him about the journal and all of that. So and then we've got, this is a whole section that is all wildflowers, and I did an envelope flip. So we've got this page. This is a large pocket. I did not put anything in it. And then we've got this large pocket here as well, did not put anything in it. This is the envelope flip part, so when you turn it over, you've got this, so it flips out like that. Now I realized I did not put any pockets in here. I might still go back and put just a pocket, nothing in it, just so she has a place to put stuff. Maybe she's got some photos she'd like to store in here. So I think I probably, before I put it in the mail, I'll put some pockets on there. I'm just realizing that I had intended to come back and do that and didn't. But I love this little flippy thing. I think it's fantastic. Usually I put a smaller one on, but I ran out of the smaller envelopes that are, you know, like that, not very big. The third little fairy cluster, and I just took one of the banners from this is Among the Wildflowers from My Porch Prints is where these images are coming from. So I just took one of the cards, and apparently that was one of the first kits I bought, and I pulled this stuff out of my stash, out of my file drawers, and none of it had been copied on the back or printed on the back, so I just had to let it go. I had to let go and just ink around the edges and be okay with that. So we got a couple little tags there, another little tab. That's our second heart, peaceful. Winnie the Pooh with a large journaling card tucked in there. And then the other side, and this can also have something tucked. This is, I'm going to do a video on this. I made this paper clip where it just looks like a regular paper clip on this side, but I use circles to do the other side. So I think I'm going to do a video on that. I think I'm going to do it as a crash or trash, and just get my basket, look like this basket of paper out, and make some circles and start making some paper clips. So you can never have too many paper clips. Another one of the wildflowers from Rockwell Design. That's Jackie over there. She likes purple, so I went ahead and pulled that. This is from Ruby and Pearl, I believe. And if it was just one paper that I used, I may not be able to link everything, but this is from Ruby and Pearl, one of her kits. So that's Heather over there. This is another hidden paper clip that was in my stash, and I thought it was perfect for the journal, so I'm using it. And then over here, I did a hidden journaling spot. And so it opens like this, so it's got a vellum pocket here in the front. I'm going to leave that out so I can show you this. And you turn it over, and you've got a hidden journaling space in here. So I really wanted to do that for her journal, and so I was pleased with how that turned out. I'm a little thrown with the opening being on the left side. That's not my norm, but it is what it is. So clip that back in there. and then our little crown, and then a writing space, and then the same, oh, and then there's our white posts as well, and our bench. And then this is the same, just an image on a tag that's this image, and then one of the pink rose ones. So that is it. I've kept you long enough and yacked and yacked and yacked. So I hope that you enjoyed the flip through. I do want to thank you guys for all your encouraging words. I posted in the community page on my channel about taking my little break and putting up content, but it's going to be very sporadic. I'm letting go of all expectations. I would encourage you to go back, if you wouldn't mind, go back and watch some of the older videos to help keep my channel alive, because it's only been a week and it's already dwindling. Like, I'm losing subscribers, I'm losing views. I mean, it's not why I do what I do, but it's a little bit, it's disturbing to me, because I love to do this so very much. So if you have a hankering for some Cara-Renee videos, hop on over to the channel and just start poking around and see what you can see. I have a lot of playlists. They're not super organized. There's stuff all over the place, but there's playlists for different journals that I've made, and so you can check that out if you're so inclined. So no pressure whatsoever, as I have mentioned before. So there she is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.